also called as microbes. They are the organisms that are not visible without magnification. That is, we can see only through the microscope. Also,
hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Pharma Talk with Imran. In today's video, we are going to deal with a new topic called as Introduction to Microbiology. Let us start the video.
Microbiology. So microbiology, actually it is a branch of science that is going to deal with study of microorganisms. Means these organisms which are not visible for the naked eye, they are only can be seen through the microscope. So there are different types of microorganisms. In that basic type of are bacteria, virus, fungi, protozoa and algae. Bacteria, it is a single celled microorganism, and it is very important. It play a very important role in case of decomposition process and in health. And viruses usually they infect the host cell for multiplication or reproduction. And fungi, these organisms that decompose organic material which are important in ecosystems. Then protozoa, they are single celled microorganisms that can be free living or parasitic. Then algae, they are photosynthetic microorganisms that form the base of aquatic food. Then now we are going to understand clearly what are these microorganisms. So microorganisms, they are also called as microbes. They are the organisms that are not visible without magnification. That is, we can see only through the microscope. Then they play a critical role in various ecological systems. The key characteristics are they are microscopic in nature, means we can see only through the microscope. Then and the fact they develop in a different type of environments, means it is not like that all the microorganisms are going to grow in same type of environment, but they require different type of environments for their survival and growth. Then it is important to recognize the difference between beneficial microorganisms and which are going to support the health, and some harmful microorganisms which can cause diseases. So the microorganisms are of two types basically. Two types means some are going to give beneficial effect for the body, and some are going to harm to the body or human body. Then the branches of microbiology. Here microbiology has different disciplines or branches. The first one is bacteriology. Here it mainly deals with the study of bacteria and infections. Another one is virology. So here it mainly deals with the study of research regarding virus and the diseases which are spread by the viruses. Then mycology, here the investigation of fungi and their roles. Mycology mainly deals with the study of fungi. Then parasitology, means it mainly deals with the study of parasites in host and diseases. Then immunology, it mainly examines the immune responses. Then in pharmaceutical relevance part, why we require microbiological study means to develop the antibiotics against the bacteria and in order to create the vaccines for a particular disease prevention. History of microbiology. So there are various scientists are there who are given the important contribution in the field of microbiology. In that, Anthony van Leeuwenhoek, who is the first scientist who is going to observe the microorganisms, that is he is also called as father of microbiology. Then Louis Pasteur. So Louis Pasteur is given contribution in germ theory of disease, then pasteurization, like germ theory of disease and pasteurization. Then Robert Koch, who identified the disease causing bacteria. Then classification of microorganisms. So the microorganisms are classified based on various criteria, and that the first one is based on cell structure. So here it is divided into two main types. One is prokaryotes, another one is eukaryotes. So prokaryotes are small simple cells without nucleus. Eukaryotes are larger complex cells with true nucleus. So here we can see the table. In that first column is feature, then prokaryotes and eukaryotes. What about the cell size in the prokaryotes? It is about 1 to 10 micrometer. Eukaryotes, it is about 10 to 100 micrometer. Nucleus, here the nucleus is absent in prokaryotes, and here in the eukaryotes nucleus is present. Then cell structure, it is very simple in structure, it is quite complex. Then organelles, here no membrane bound organelles are present. Here some membrane bound organelles are present, like mitochondria. DNA, single circular DNA, means prokaryotes contain single circular DNA. Then eukaryotes contain multiple linear chromosomes. Example for prokaryotes, like bacteria is there, and here eukaryotes, fungi and protozoa is there. Here we can see some images like Koch, bacilli, then Bacteroides and fungi. Then based on nature we can classify bacteria like E. coli. And what is the importance of this type of bacteria? The main importance is infection and drugs. Here it is useful to find out the infection, which type of infection, and helpful in developing the drugs. Then virus, example is HIV. So it is a disease causing virus, then which is related to immune system. It mainly suppress the immune system. Then fungi, like candida. What is the importance means? So it may also leads to infection in the body. Then protozoa, like amoeba is there. It is a parasitic disease. So here the classification is based on the nature, that is which type of disease is going to cause by the bacteria or virus or fungi and protozoa. Then importance of microbiology, especially in the field of pharma and nursing. Here in the field of pharma, it is very helpful in production of drugs like antibiotics, like penicillin. Then it is also helpful in sterility testing, then vaccine preparation and fermentation technology. So in nursing, it is helpful in infection control, sterilization and disinfection, and about patient care and hygiene and disease prevention.